Hey everyone, welcome to Pink Tutu Tarot. So today we're looking at your love life, and specifically this is for singles. We're looking at who's out there for you and what is it going to be like, and maybe, what will it take for you to meet them? When will you meet them? We'll see what Spirit has for you. So I've got 3 readings here for you, 3 cards for you to look at and choose from. The first one, this is for group 1, is Chain. Chain. So take a look at the picture. I'll hold it there for a sec. Group 2, your card is Pathway. Pathway. And group 3, your card is Cloud. Cloud. All right. So, as you look at these cards, whether it's the picture, the word on it, maybe you're just drawn to a specific group, or the timestamp down below, whatever it is, whatever your gut is telling you, regardless of how you may feel about a particular picture, trust what your gut is saying. If it's saying, that's the one for me, trust that and check it out. You'll know pretty quickly in the reading whether or not it is for you or not. And if it isn't, you can always jump into a different one. All right, so all you have to do now is go down to the description box, click on the timestamp for the reading that you want to watch, and it will take you straight there. All right, thanks, y'all. Hey, group 1. Well, welcome to this reading. We are looking at your love life, basically. This is for singles. So let's look at your initial card. You would have already picked this. Your card is Chain. Now, hold on, let me see what Spirit wants to tell you or say about this card. They're telling me that you have broken a chain that has held you back in the past. Let me get a little more information. Okay, they're telling me that past relationships, past disappointments have actually left you feeling a little bit bitter, discouraged, kind of anti-relationship for a while. But recently you have broken that chain, or that chain has broken for you in some way. And you're actually starting to feel like, I'm ready. And not just saying you're ready, but they are saying you're ready. You're ready to take this step into relationshipville. Again, to give it another go. It did take a while is what I'm getting. And obviously it'd be different for everybody. But it did take some inner work. It took some life experience. Maybe it took some time being alone. You had to learn to forgive. Even if what someone else did is unforgivable, forgiving for your own sake helped you heal. And they're telling me you've done the work. And you're ready to move forward now. So that's great news. So let's see what's in store for you here. Also, I think it's brave anyone who picked the Chain card as, yeah, that's the reading I want for myself for singles reading. But if you picked it and you're watching it because you knew there was more to it than just appearances. Because on the surface of it, that looks like a tricky card, right? And they're saying it was for you. But you've grown past it. All right. Your first card is Justice. Move that over. All right. Then we have Knight of Swords reversed. And Nine of Cups. We have King of Wands in reverse. we have Ten of Wands reversed. We have Eight of Pentacles reversed. And one more that will be an advice card for you. And your advice card is the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Okay, give me just a second. I want to take these cards in. I'm going to listen for any initial messages for you from Spirit, and then we'll talk through these and see what's going on here. All right, hold on one second, y'all. First thing they're saying is that yes, you are definitely ready. You are to make the move into meeting someone, getting to know someone, starting a relationship, getting into that world again. You are definitely ready. They're saying your person, this person that's meant to come in for you, is almost ready. a little bit more time, a little bit more time. They're saying you'll hardly miss it. The time, you know what I mean? It's coming soon. So keep working on yourself and allow it to just happen naturally. They're saying allow this relationship to unfold in its own time. Your person needs a little bit more time. You're ready, they're not quite. And you don't want a person who isn't quite ready yet, right? That just creates more complications. All right, so let's talk through the cards. And you've already done the work. That's what they keep saying. You've already done the work. Allow this person to do the work, and then they'll be ready for you. All right, so your first card is Justice, and this card represents you. And they're telling me that you're feeling more balanced now than you used to. You're more fair when it comes to relationships, where it used to be you had a very biased opinion, and take that as it resonates. I don't mean that by any, as any sort of insult or pointing fingers, but it happens to all of us. We have a bad experience, and it's like once bitten, twice shy sort of thing, but you've moved past that. And you're feeling much more balanced, much more fair, much more understanding. You have a way now of understanding what a person is going through on a deeper level, and why they may act this way or that way, or why they may treat you this way or that way. That's not to say that anything that's happened to you in the past is okay. It's just that you've grown to a place where now you can start to understand maybe where they were hurting, or what was influencing them in their lives. It'll vary for everybody, but you are in a very good place. All right, the next card is the Knight of Swords in reverse, and this, they're telling me, is an opportunity. And it's an opportunity while it's in reverse because it means it's moving a little bit more slowly. It's not coming in fast and furious. It is going to take a little more time, like I said, as your person finishes the work on themselves that they need to do, but it is coming. What else are you saying? And you'll just continue to be more ready. I don't get that you're necessarily impatient about it, but I do feel you want someone in your life. Like your heart kind of wants that connection. And Spirit's saying we understand that. We want that for you as well. Your person is coming in. It will be a little bit more time. They're saying you don't have to wait. Like if you want to go on dates in the meantime, go on dates. Go out with people, go here, go there, have some fun. Just understand that your person is most likely going to, like your person, you know what I'm saying? The person you're meant to really spend some time with isn't available to you yet in some way. Okay. So the next card we have is the Nine of Cups, and this is an obstacle for you. the big obstacle here is this is something you want and it's not quite ready for you yet. And I know how frustrating that is. It's it just gave me an image of making ramen noodles and wanting them and being so hungry, and you're just watching that pot boil going, come on already. I don't even know why ramen noodles. I can't tell you the last time I ate them, but that's what they showed me. But there is this feeling of, you know what you want, you know it's coming, you know it's on its way. Where is it already? It is a little bit of an obstacle. Just try to have some patience. Keep working on yourself. Do things that are fun for you, with yourself or with your friends, or things that will bring you happiness and will help the time go by. And just know that your Nine of Cups, your wish is coming. And it's nearly there, you're saying. It's nearly there. All right. We're going to jump over here to the Knight of Wands reversed. This is your person. So you have a Knight of Wands coming, which means this person, male or female, it's not gender specific, but this person is very fiery, meaning they're passionate. They know what they want and they go after it. They can have a bit of, how do I put that? The Spirit's just saying a passionate streak. I wanted to say like an argumentative side, but they're not actually I'm not getting that they're very argumentative. They're just very passionate about what's important to them. And they won't let some things go. But they're also, in a lot of ways, they can be, although they're grown up, there is a bit of a childlike spirit to them that makes them fun to be around. The reason why this is in reverse is because this person they're not feeling all this right now. They're feeling weak. They're feeling a bit like their fire has been put out. And for them, whether they're a fire sign or not doesn't matter. They thrive on that fire, on getting excited about things. They're not the lazy type. Not to say they don't ever want to do nothing, because they do. Fire signs do tend to kind of go to one extreme to the other, all or nothing. But right now, they can't summon the energy or the passion for anything right now. They're going through something difficult. Could be a difficult breakup, could be a loss, could be something else going on in their life, but they're not feeling like themselves, and they're not ready for someone else to be a part of their life right now. All right. So the next card we have is the Ten of Wands reverse, and this is an opportunity. Let me just hear what Spirit wants to say about this. Okay, Spirit's telling me that your person is learning to let go. There's something they're hanging on to. There's something that they can't shake. It could be a past experience, maybe in some ways similar to what you've gone through, possibly. But there's something that they have been hanging on to and carrying around, a burden that they've been loading on their back, and it's been wearing them down in some way. And for some of you, it could be that they lost a person, meaning they had a significant other that passed away, or it was a breakup that was particularly hard for them, or again, it can be something else in their life. But whatever it is, they've been carrying this burden on their back for so long. And whether it's guilt, or it's just an overall heaviness, or it's sorrow, they're finally starting to let go. They're starting to finally put the branches down, lighten their load, realize they don't need to carry this burden anymore. They're doing this work now. They're not there yet, but they are trying to get there, because they do want to be happy and they do want to be in a relationship, same as you. They do want to share their life with someone and enjoy someone's company and their connection. They're just struggling with it right now. All right, so then we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed, and this is an obstacle. And what I'm getting is this is new for them. Let me find out. Tell me why
why it's new for them. They're telling me that this in some way is a new experience. This may be someone who hasn't had a ton of relationships, and so getting over this one may be particularly hard, or the situation they're finding themselves in is it may be a unique experience, or it's a unique experience to them. It's something they feel ill-equipped to handle or manage. They may be getting help, in other words, just talking to a counselor or a therapist or a friend. Even writing things out. I always say writing things out, and Spirit says it as well. Writing things out can sometimes help ease the burdens. Whatever it is they're doing, they are doing the work. So they will get there. But the obstacle right now is that this is all very new for them. They don't exactly know what to do. And so it's a little bit hit and miss. It's a little bit hit and miss. You may have done this before. You may have gone through breakups or difficult relationships more than once. And so you've learned each time how to handle it a little bit better. Or in some way in your life, you've learned to handle disappointment or loss more easily. You've done the work. This is all brand new to them. This is absolutely brand new to them. So it's going to take some patience on your part. Now, granted, you may know this person, you may not know this person. I can't give that specific because there's too many people, too many energies here. Your energy, even if you haven't, as I'm recording this, you haven't watched it yet, but your energy's already here. And there's too many energies here for me to be able to say, yes, you know this person, because I'm getting some of you have and some of you have not. But this person is doing the work. It's just new for them. This is something, it's not that they're not good at it. They just don't quite have the tools. They've not had to do this before. Where you, for whatever reason, you do have the tools, you have done the work, and you're ready. But they will be too. And again, they're telling me it won't be a long time. It won't be a long time. All right, so the advice for you is the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Let me hear what they're saying about this. They're telling me to say to you to not be too stagnant. Keep your energy moving. It will keep you from falling backward into a pattern of either feeling sorry for yourself or, even like some light depression or just getting in too much of a habit of being alone. They're encouraging you to keep your energy moving, which means go places, do things. For one thing, for those of you who don't know this person yet, when they're ready, this is how you're going to meet them, by being out and about in some way. But you're not going to, I don't believe, hold on, let me just check before I say it for sure. Okay, they're saying very, very small percentage of you would meet someone online. Very small percentage of you. Most of you are going to meet your person, if you don't already know them, by being out in the world, doing something, moving about, going places, doing things. So that's one reason to do it. But the bigger reason to do it is because it keeps your energy fluctuating, keeps you more vibrant, it keeps you lighter, so that none of the hard work you've put into healing and growing starts to slip backwards. So try to keep that in mind. Okay, well, all right, group one, that's all I've got for you, but I hope that helps. I know your person's coming soon. I can't wait to do a new love, just come in reading for you. I don't know when, and find out how it's going with you and your person. But in the meantime, keep your energy moving, stay positive. It's coming for you, and I'm really happy for you. Feel free to drop a comment down below. I always read them, and I really appreciate them. If the reading resonated, I hope you'll like it. It helps me know that our energies are connecting, and it also helps the channel get out there so that other people can get the readings and the messages they need. So I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Bye-bye.
Hey, group two. All right, we are going to take a look at your love life today. This is for singles. So let's see what's going on with you. Here's your card. You would have already seen it, but I'm looking at it for the first time. Your card is Pathway. Pathway. All right, give me just a second. Let me hear what Spirit wants to tell you about this card. They're telling me that you have been resisting something in your romantic life. It feels a bit like you've been pushing against a closed door, but you're starting to learn now that there may be another way. And that's why on this particular card, there's a bridge. And they're telling me it's like you've been pushing against the bricks on this bridge and not understanding that you can go through it an easier way. I know that's very metaphorical, but okay, they're saying, but it's true just the same. Um, you've been trying to force something to work um, in your life. Maybe just maybe you've been trying to date, but nothing's working out. Maybe you've gone on dates and you just haven't met the right one. Or maybe you've been trying to meet people and just haven't had very much luck with it. Whatever it may be, for your specific situation, they're telling me you've been trying and trying and trying, but you're just now starting to realize that there's another way, another way. And if you don't know yet, maybe you'll know by the end of the reading. We'll see. All right. Anything else you want to say about that? They're telling me the view from the bridge is very good, meaning there is good news coming for you on the relationship front. There is someone on the horizon. You just have to get onto the other side of this wall or bridge, as it may be. All right, let's see what we've got for you. Okay, your first card is Judgment. And we have Seven of Wands reversed. And the Emperor. Then we have the Page of Wands. We have the Seven of Swords. And the Tower card. And one more as an advice card for you. And your advice card is the Death card. Don't let any of that scare you. They already told you got good news coming. So give me just a second. Let me take these cards in. I'm going to listen for some initial messages for you from Spirit. And then we'll talk about what's going on here. So give me 1 second, y'all. They're telling me that there's going to be a time of change for you and for this person that's coming in for you. some big changes in some cases, particularly for them. Nothing that either of you can't handle, but some changes that more so for them, they're saying that's going to open things up for them so that they can become an option. And we'll get into that a little bit more. But okay, hold on. For you, they're telling me the most important thing is that you have to believe. You have to believe. Um, you have to believe you're worthy. You have to believe you're worth it. You have to believe that you can be loved by someone. And that's an odd thing to have to say. It's an unfortunate thing to have to say, but they did give that to me. So it may just be that you've struggled in relationships or even getting into relationships to the point where you think you're meant to be alone, or you think relationships just aren't meant for you, or a good relationship isn't meant for you. There is a bit of a need to turn that position in your mind, that idea, turn it around, turn it on its head, because you absolutely are. You just have to change, number one, how you think, and how you think will change how you behave, and it will change your energy, and then your person will be more able to find you when the time comes. Lovely. Okay, so let's get to the cards. Your first card is Judgment, and this represents you. And the first thing they're telling me is that you're judging yourself way too hard. Way too hard. You also have a little bit of a tendency to judge others, meaning when you meet someone, um, first impressions aren't always great, but you tend to, the first impressions, you tend to take them a little more harshly than than would benefit you. I'm trying to get the right words out of my mouth. Um, if you're saying you're not doing anything wrong, it comes down to how you feel about yourself, really. And there's a part of you who believes, or this voice in your head that keeps telling you it's not going to work out. This person's not for me. I'm meant to be alone. This is a waste of time. If you're saying those things, you got to stop saying those things. If you're criticizing yourself, if you're belittling yourself, if you're bullying yourself, try to remember what that does to your energy, right? We can't see our energetic field around us. Most of us can't. But our energetic field is affected by what we say and do and think. And that can draw or repel people based on that energy. Do you ever notice, like, when you're in a bad mood, we attract people who are also in a bad mood? Or people just stay away from us. It's that energy we're giving off. And I'm not saying you're in a bad mood. That was just an example. But I am getting that you're judging yourself a little bit too harshly. They're saying you need to wake up to the fact that you are desirable, you are lovable, you're beautiful inside and out, and you deserve to be loved. You're not meant to be alone. Absolutely not. You're meant to be loved. So just keep telling yourself that. All right. The next card we have is the Seven of Wands reversed. And they're telling me this is an opportunity. What they're saying is, okay, right now you might not have a lot of people banging your door down, asking you out. And you may say, how is that an opportunity? How is that a good thing? They're saying because when the one comes, there'll be no mistaking them. There'll be no mistaking them. You won't have to wonder, is this the one? Is it not the one? When that connection, when your person comes in, there will be no other distractions. There will be no other suitors vying for your attention at that time. I'm not saying they never are, but at that time, it's like the whole world just disappears. And you only have eyes for them and they only have eyes for you. And that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. It tells me that you're going to know there is something there when you meet them. All right, next card is the Emperor, and the Emperor represents a bit of an obstacle for you. And what Spirit's telling me is that you do have a tendency to try to control things. You want to control the situation. You know, even listening to this reading, you may be thinking, okay, well, how do I make XYZ happen? How do I relax? Try to relax. This is one thing you can't control. You know, the spirit world is very intelligent. They know what's going on in your life, and they know when you're ready. They know when your person is ready. They know how to get the two of you together. You don't have to make it happen. You don't have to control anything. All you really have to do is open your heart, be kind to yourself, remind yourself that love is for you, and then allow. Allow rather than try to control. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, a little bit of a frog in my throat. Let me just see if there's. Okay. All right. So the next card is the Page of Wands, and this represents your person. Now, this could mean, it isn't necessarily for all of you, but it could mean that for some of you, your person will be younger than you. It doesn't have to be significantly younger, but your person may be younger than you. Or they may just have a bit of a childlike streak in them, a fun side that, you know, a lot of us lose as we grow into adulthood. A little bit of a mischievous side, a little bit of a, even a little scandalous side. Not that they would do anything hurtful or wrong, just, you know, a little bit sly. I'm getting a bit of a comedian in some way, not necessarily by profession or anything like that, but they have this childlike streak in them that actually makes them very, very endearing. It makes them very endearing. I'm also getting that they are going to approach you. You won't need to go to them, so you can put that controlling hat away. It 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 won't happen when you expect it. It'll happen when it's the right time, and your person will find you. Interesting, interesting. All right. So then we have the Seven of Swords. And this represents an opportunity for your relationship or for your person. And it does feel like your person is leaving a situation. Doesn't mean that they're leaving a person, although they could be. They could be going through a breakup or a divorce, or they could just be leaving a situation. For example, they could be leaving a toxic job that, you know, has occupied their mind and their energy to the point where they had nothing left for a relationship. They could be, you know, possibly leaving a job and moving to a new place where they'll be able to find you. But this leaving, this change, this escape from something that wasn't good for them or isn't good for them is a good thing for you and the two of you. So it is an opportunity. It is either in process now or it will be soon, is what Spirit's saying. But it'll still take a little bit of time for it to all come together. Now, the obstacle card for them is the Tower card. So obviously, they're going through some big changes. Whatever it is they're leaving, and I am getting it's something, it does feel a bit toxic, whether it's a toxic relationship, a toxic workplace, it's something, or maybe it's just a job that has completely overwhelmed them, eaten up all of their time and energy. They're getting away from it, which is a good thing, but change is hard, right? It can sap us of our energy. It can sap us of all the good things, right? Because we put all our focus on, you know, moving or whatever it may be. If it's a breakup, you know, there's a lot of energy that goes into that. A divorce, a lot of energy can go into that. Moving house, moving jobs, whatever it may be, they're going through a major change. And while the change itself is going to be good, it is a good thing, it is very disruptive. And it will take a little bit of time for things to settle for them, to settle down and to become more relaxed and more routine, um, where they start to feel like themselves again. Uh, and that's when you'll meet them. So they're in a process right now of change, of disruption in their life. Um, if they're not in the middle of it right now, again, they will be very soon. So they need to get through that. The changes need to, it's like things need to fall apart and then come back together in a new way. And then they're ready for a fresh start, and that's when they will approach you. That's when they'll meet you. All right. So the advice for you from Spirit is the Death card. And Spirit's saying, forget everything you thought you knew about relationships or how to meet someone, um, or what it's like to go on dates and be in a relationship. Forget the things that you know that are not serving you, because really you're banging your head against a brick wall, saying I want someone in my life. I want to share at least parts of my life with someone. I want to connect with someone, but at the same time you're energetically talking yourself out of it by telling yourself you're meant to be alone. You're never going to meet anybody. You're not good enough. You're not worthy. You have to let that go. Let that side of you die. Just let it die, because it's not true. It's not true, and it is holding you back a bit. Now, keep in mind, your person's not ready yet either. So you got time to work on you, but do it. Do that work on you, because it will help you and it will get you where you really do want to be faster. And you're going to be happy. So don't look at it as, oh, I have to get ready and it's just going to be miserable, right? This person is really, number one, they're going to be a lot of fun. Oh, my light just went out. Sorry, y'all. They're going to be a lot of fun. They're going to be really good for you, and you're really going to enjoy their company. So hang on to that and stay positive. All right. Well, thank you, Group 2. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Feel free to drop a comment down below. I read them all. And if the reading resonated, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. It does help me. It helps me know that our energies are connecting. And it also helps the channel get out there to more people, so they get the readings and the messages they're meant to get as well. So, and it's free, so why not? So thank you so much. I appreciate you, and have a great day. Bye-bye. Hi, Group 3. All right, we are looking at your love life today. This is specifically for singles, so we're going to see what's going on there for you. All right, here is your card. You would have already seen it, but I'm seeing it for the first time, and you have Cloud. Now, give me 1 second. I just want to see what Spirit wants to say about this card for you. Hold on 1 second. They're telling me that there is there this is going to sound a little weird. They said the message is cloudy because there's a lot of fog around you. Now, I guess for some of you that may be literal, but typically when they tell me things like that, it is symbolic. What they're telling me now is this is a bit of a confusing time for you. You've been through a challenging time on your own as well as with others. So, meaning you've been going through a challenging time on your own, like they said, but you've also had some challenges either with a romantic person from your past, assuming now that you're single, or it could be someone else. They're saying it may not be strictly a romantic person. It could be a friend, a relative, even a coworker. There's been some challenging interpersonal situations in your life, as well as within your own self. They're telling me there's a lot of healing that has happened for you, in you, with you. There is more that needs to happen. And a lot balances, like the outcome balances on that a bit. Tell me a little bit more. They're telling me you need to reach for a clearer place. It's like your heart and your mind are not quite in alignment. You're not quite sure what you want. That's what they're giving me, and it's because you've kind of been going through some difficult things lately. That yes, you would like to meet someone, you would like to get into a relationship, you would like to have someone you can date or connect with, but there's also part of you that's not entirely sure how you feel about that. Hmm. They're telling me there's a need for you to connect with yourself a little bit and really consider what it is you want. There is a relationship out there for you, so don't feel like, oh, she's telling me I'm going to keep being single. They're telling me there is someone out there for you, but do you really want it right now? So that's just a question. That is not a question that has a predetermined answer, right? They're not telling you what that answer is. They're they're asking you to consider that for yourself. The person that you are meant to meet will show up when the time is right, and we'll talk about that here today. But part of the when has to do with you. So just consider that it has to do with you and you actually being ready. Now, that's not to say you can't date and go out with people and casual whatever, but they're talking more about meeting someone significant. Okay, let's get some tarot cards down and see what else they can tell you. All right, your first card is the Queen of Wands in reverse. Then we have the Magician reversed and the Four of Pentacles reversed. We have the High Priestess. We have the Death card. The Star reversed. And one more as an advice card, please. And the advice card is the Three of Swords reversed. Okay. All right, give me just a second. I want to take these cards in. I'm going to listen for some initial messages for you from Spirit, and then we'll talk through these cards and see what's going on here. Okay? So give me 1 second. Again, they're talking about you having gone through a difficult time. They're telling me for the most part you are on the other side of that, which is probably why now you're thinking, it would be a good time to meet someone, or it might be a good time to meet someone. They're saying the worst is over. And that you handled it as well as you could have. You handled it well. You put your best face forward. You focused on yourself where you could. And that is what has brought in some healing for you. It helped you heal yourself. They are, again, saying that there's still more to go. But they're also saying we all, it's always an ongoing journey. So don't feel like it's a place you have to get to and then you can be in a relationship, because that's not what they're saying. They're just encouraging you to continue working on yourself and healing past wounds that you may have, particularly as they relate to relationships. But the bigger point they want to make about timing for you and why things are still sort of up in the air is because the fog is in you. They're telling me you aren't entirely sure what you want. And you may be saying, well, I think I'm sure. But try going within and really um, imagine yourself in a relationship with someone and focus on how that feels and really try to understand if you do feel ready or if you don't and when you feel ready. If you don't at the moment, if you do go within and say, you know, maybe I'm enjoying being single for a little bit, or I enjoy the independence. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. When you're ready, you'll know. You'll know, especially if you go within and really focus on getting that answer. So they're bringing it up because they see that fog in you. So once that fog clears, and remember, fog doesn't stick around forever. It's temporary. It's temporary. All right, let me see what else. Okay, all right, they're telling me to jump into the cards. So your first card is the Queen of Wands reverse, and this card represents you. They're telling me that you're still not quite feeling like yourself. You're feeling still a little drained of energy. Um, your inner fire has, they're telling me it hasn't gone out. It's just gotten a little smaller than you would like it to be, and then perhaps how it used to be. You may feel like, how do I pose that? They're saying you feel like your flame could be brighter, but you don't quite have it in you right now. You've been through a lot. You've definitely been through a lot. And I know there's a lot of different people here on this video because I can feel you energetically, even though I'm recording this and you're not here yet. Anyway, I still feel you anyway. I can tell that you've gone through a lot. And they're telling me you have as well, but I can feel it. So I know you've been through a lot. I know you're still recovering from it. They're just telling me give yourself the grace to recover, to continue to recover. You will be back to your full, like, beautiful, bright, passionate Queen of Wands that you are, and that's not gender specific. That's just the Queen of Wands versus the King of Wands. The Queen of Wands has a bit more of a compassionate heart, a bit more understanding for people's situations. So it's really not about gender. It's really about the energy this person embodies. So the next card you have is the Magician reversed. And this card represents an opportunity for you. And they're telling me that one of the best things you have going for you right now is that you're not trying to control this. You're not trying to be the manager, so to speak, of your love life or even of your lifestyle. You sort of have let go of the reins and you're allowing things to come to you, to happen, to hold on one sec, they're just telling me something. You're allowing the universe to bring you what you need, which is a good thing. Obviously the Magician card upright is a good card. You still have all of the power in you to manifest what you want, but the fact that you are surrendering, and that's the word they're giving me right now, surrendering and allowing things to come at the right time, their own time, divine timing, and in the right way without trying to manipulate situations to make it happen. They're saying it's a beautiful thing and it's working in your favor. It's working in your favor when it comes to meeting someone. And when I say meeting someone, I don't mean just going out on one date here, one date there. It's meeting somebody significant. It doesn't mean it will be your forever person. So I don't want anyone to make that assumption. It could be, but it is meeting someone significant, someone memorable, someone that will, in some way, change your life a little bit by being in it, and vice versa. Okay, so your next card is the Four of Pentacles reversed. And this represents a bit of an obstacle for you. And let me just hear what they want to say about this. They're telling me in some ways you have released too much. they're actually saying that your standards have gone down. It because you're not quite feeling like yourself. There's this energy of feeling not good enough and lowering your standards. Not that people are good or bad or worthy or unworthy, but you're not allowing yourself to believe you can meet someone at your level because you don't have an understanding of what your level is right now. You whether this is about your physical appearance or it's just about what's going on inside of you, they're telling me you're lowering your standards a bit to where when your full fire is back, you would want more. You would want more for yourself. And this is nothing against somebody you would meet now. It's just you wouldn't be on the same level energetically. You're not giving yourself enough credit for how far you've come, for how wonderful you are, for what you have to offer. You don't have to sell yourself short. And it is a bit of a stumbling block for you because your spirit guides are here to help you meet someone significant, right? Someone who will bring light into your life and you bring light into their life. It's not that you are not enough without them. That's never the case. But when somebody can bring light into your life and happiness and joy, it's a good thing. But when you lower your standards to a place where what you end up believing is right for you, or what you believe that the person you could attract is too low, then that person ends up pulling your light down. Instead of helping to lift you up, you end up getting pulled down. So it's a bit of an obstacle for you. They want you to raise an awareness of how you feel about yourself. Try to see yourself as your spirit guides see you. And listen to your heart, not your mind. As far as, the type of person you think you could attract or the type of person you want to attract, and are they the same? And that's, again, getting your heart and your head in alignment, which they mentioned earlier. All right. So the next card is the High Priestess, and this represents your person, the person that's coming in for you. They're telling me this person is very aware. They may be spiritually inclined in some way. In other words, they understand this kind of stuff. Maybe they're in this world, but they don't necessarily have to be. They can just be someone who is, what I'm hearing is, open to the mysteries of the universe. So they have some sense that there is more to us than the physical reality. This person may be a Pisces, but I don't want you to get hung up on, zodiac labels. Because we are, first of all, we're all so much more than our sun sign, so don't ever get hung up on that. But this person embodies Piscean energy in some way, and let me just try to understand why. They're saying that this person is very kind, is very giving and nurturing. Again, is spiritual on some level. It may be different for different people. They may not call it being spiritual. It may just be who they are. They will be very understanding of your beliefs. And there's something here about them being, there's a little bit of a mystery about them. Not that they're secretive, because they're not secretive, but they're not someone who would openly brag about themselves, or they're more of a watch and pay attention kind of person. They enjoy taking in their surroundings and taking people in. The kind of person who believes you learn more from listening to what people say and watching what they do than you do from talking yourself. So they're very aware in lots of ways. Now the next card we have is the Death card, and this represents an opportunity. Here, let me just see what Spirit wants to say about this. They're telling me this: your person has also gone through kind of their own, like they've gone through a dark night of the soul. They have been, to hell and back, so to speak, and um, they have healed themselves from that. Whatever, I'm getting the word trauma in my head. They've been through something very, very difficult, something very, very difficult, and they're better for it. They're a better, more compassionate, more understanding person for it. I'm also getting this person actually has a really good sense of humor. It's like what they've gone through in life. Yes, they're more compassionate, they're kinder than they probably were before, but it also has taught them to take things a little bit more lightly. Whatever happened kind of reminded them, you know what, life is short, enjoy the ride. So they have a really fun sense of humor and an interesting sense of humor, and they take life as it comes, um, in a light-hearted way. Not to say they don't take anything seriously, they just don't take things too seriously. They certainly don't take themselves too seriously. All right. So then we have the Star card in reverse. Let me just hear what Spirit wants to say about this. On some level, right now, I don't know if they've given up hope of finding uh, their person, or they've just stopped looking at the moment. Let me see what Spirit's telling me. They're waiting. They're waiting for the right time. And how they know when the right time is, I don't know, because this reading isn't, delving into what's really going on with them. But again, they may be spiritual enough that their gut tells them, you know, it's time, a little bit of that intuitive ability. Spirit saying they will know when it's time. Right now, they're not looking. They're not looking for you, and the timing, again, Spirit saying, depends a bit on you, because they are ready. Spiritually, energetically, they are ready, but they're not looking. You're saying you'll be brought together when you know for sure that you are ready and you understand what you deserve, the type of person that you energetically should be with, not what you think you can attract right now. Because from your spirit guide's point of view, it doesn't matter what if you're feeling, if you happen to be feeling, less than, you know, uh, not as attractive as you want to be, or you're just not feeling as outgoing as you want to be or used to be, and you're feeling less of yourself, and so your standards have gone down, and you're like, well, yeah, that person is attractive, and that person is smart, and that person has all the things I want, but they would never like me. When you feel yourself or hear yourself having that dialogue in your head, stop yourself and start to ask yourself questions. Why am I saying that? Why do I think I don't deserve what energetically feels best for me? And it's not about superficial things, it's about the energetic connection and who is right for you. So they're not looking. They're not looking. And Spirit kind of stopped me from saying that this is an obstacle, because it's not an obstacle per se. It's just that you won't find them until they start looking, start making themselves available. And that will happen when you are ready. I know that probably sounds a bit confusing, but the spirit world is very intelligent, and boy, they work in mysterious ways. So All right, so the advice from Spirit is the Three of Swords reversed. Again, they're saying the worst is over. It's time to pull those swords out of your back and out of your heart. You've gone through the ringer. You've been through some dark, difficult, hard times. Remember that life is good. Remember that life is good. Don't tell yourself that that life is hard, because it's only, not to say the hard things don't happen, but I'm giving you what they're giving me. It's only as hard as we allow it to be. You know, your person has gone through something very, very difficult, and yet they, now that they've, you know, healed and pulled themselves through that, they can now enjoy life even more, because they know it's like, these things can't touch me. Like nothing will ever hurt me as much as that did. And they just realize that by focusing on the good or the bad, that's what, it's like, our perception is our reality. So Spirit's just asking you to pull those swords out. Remind yourself that life is good, that you are worthy and worth it, and you're due some beautiful, wonderful times, and a truly beautiful, wonderful person is there waiting for you. So trust it, and work on it. And when you're ready, they'll be ready, and they'll be looking for you. Not in a creepy way that just sounded. All right, group 3. I hope that helps. I hope it kind of gives you what you needed to know. And thank you so much for being here. If the reading resonated, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. It's free, it's easy, really helps me know that it resonated with you, so that I know we're connecting energetically. It also gets these videos out to other people so they can get the messages they need to hear. So I'm grateful for all of that. And thank you for your comments. I love your comments, and I read them, every single one, and I'm grateful for those. So have a great day, and we'll see you next time.